All right, algebra, so this is your OST study guide reviews. This is topic 1 on solving equations and inequalities. So this first section, no, don't need to know this. Second section, so solving linear equations. So again, there's bound to be 1 or 2 questions we have to solve an equation. You might have to build an equation as well. Again, just make sure you use your inverse operations. Focusing more on 1-3 where you have variables on both sides, right? This is definitely something you're going to see. Just make sure if you see parentheses like you do down here, you make sure you distribute the number outside first, right? And then, just make sure you combine like terms on one side first and then start moving things around, right? So again, this is just, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, not doing examples, but, we did so many early on in the year, okay? Literal equations. So this could be something we could do together. You're bound to see something like this. So literal equations where you have multiple variables involved. So for instance, they have the volume of a rectangular prism. So they say volume equals length times width times height, right? If variables are all next to each other, it means multiplication. If you want to solve this for h, to get h by itself, you have to get rid of the L and the W. Since they're both being multiplied, you're going to divide by the L and the W, and you do it on both sides. Now, because the left side is all different variables, they don't simplify. So it's just V over LW equals H, and that's the answer, right? Now I'm going to do one that might be on there. This is a standard form linear equation. So AX plus BY equals C. I want to solve this for Y. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the AX part. It's a positive AX here, so I'm going to subtract AX from both sides. So those cancel. The BY comes down. So if you think of, we'll just do C. No, if you think of slope-intercept form, right, the MX part comes first, and then plus C comes after. If you had C minus AX, that would be the same thing. So this could also be positive C minus AX. It doesn't matter. But again, I'm just trying to connect this to slope-intercept form. And then we're going to get rid of the B here by dividing both sides by B. So you could divide the whole thing by B, or you could divide each individually by B. It's up to you. So this would be Y equals, the B would cancel, Y is by itself. This would be negative A over BX, and this would be C over B because they don't simplify. Right, so this would be like your MX plus B format. Okay? But again, this problem could also be, you would just take the C minus AX and divide it by B. You could also just have Y equals C minus AX over B. And Y is solved for it, and you did everything the same. So these are legit the same thing. But again, no matter what you have to do, just make sure you undo what it says. Okay. And then we did linear inequalities. I don't think you'll see this, but if you do, remember that when you solve a linear inequality, if you divide by a negative like you do here, you must switch the inequality symbol. Okay? So here, right, this is negative 10x is less than or equal to 19. Right? This is directional. So when you divide by a negative 10 to get x by itself, it's going to flip the direction of this inequality because these numbers are going to change signs. So now it's x is greater than or equal to, and this is negative 1.9. Okay, so you got to make sure. And then again, they might have a graphing on a number line. I'm not too sure. So remember, this value would go in the middle of my number line. Equal to means a solid dot, and then greater than means to the right. Again, I don't know if you'll see that. And then we don't think you'll see 1/6 on compound inequalities. All right, so there's topic 1 in a nutshell. Again, be able to solve an equation.